So without wasting much of the time, let's start with the question number one. Question number one is choose the correct answer to the question from the given option. It's very simple and easy. Like it's more about practical based questions. So try to understand the question very well and select the option. The question one says that a movement of couple has a tendency to rotate the body in an anti-clockwise direction. Then the moment of couple is taken as dash. So if you try to see very carefully, they have updated anti-clockwise direction. We have already learned if there is anti-clockwise direction, that means the moment of couple is supposed to be taken as positive. For anti-clockwise direction students, the moment of couple is always taken as positive. Suppose if they twist and turn the question in the exam, the question would be the moment of couple has a tendency to rotate the body clockwise direction. So when I talk about clockwise direction, for clockwise direction, the answer will be negative. But since I am having anti-clockwise direction, my answer is going to be positive. That was your question one. Let us say the second question. The question number two is kinetic energy of a given body depends upon first option is position, second option is center of gravity of a body, third option is momentum, and fourth option is displacement. There is no relation between kinetic energy and position. So this is wrong. Again, no relation between kinetic energy and center of gravity. There is no relation between kinetic energy and displacement. But yes, there is a relation between kinetic energy and momentum. We do have a formula which is kinetic energy is equal to P square upon 2m, where this P I have, that P is representing momentum. So your correct option is option C for the second one. Then comes the third question. Question number three is for burning of coal in a thermoelectric station, the energy conversion taking place is, you have four options over here. Options are chemical to heat to mechanical. Second option is chemical to heat to mechanical to electrical, which is a correct option. Option 3 is chemical to heat to light, which is incorrect. Heat to chemical to mechanical, which is again incorrect. Let's try to understand why option B is the correct. They have told for burning of coal. So coal basically has chemical energy. When this coal is going to be burned, that chemical energy will get converted into heat. Later, students, that heat energy will be utilized to convert water into steam, which happens in this power station. So when that water is getting converted into steam, that steam will be given to the generators who have mechanical energy in them. And from generator, that mechanical energy will be finally getting converted into electrical energy. That option is your option number B, which is chemical to heat, heat to mechanical, and mechanical to electrical. Fine. Let us take the question number 4. Question number 4 is an nucleus of an atom consists of 146 neutrons and 95 protons. It decays after emitting an alpha particle. How many protons and neutrons are left out in the nucleus after an alpha emission? Students, understand this thing very well. When an alpha particle is going to be emitted, the neutron number reduces by 2 times and the proton number reduces by 2. 2 times in the sense its value will decrease by 2. So originally neutrons are 146. So 146 minus 2 should give you 144. That is number of neutrons. Protons will also decrease by 2. So original number of protons are 95. So 95 minus 2 is going to give you 93. Now select the option. So option A itself says that protons are 93 and neutrons are 144. This was your question number 4. I hope the things are going well. Fine. Let us take the next one. Question number 5. This is something new which they have added this year. Like this kind of questions were usually seen in CBSE board papers. The question is very nice. They say that there are two things which are given to us. One is a statement, which is called as an assertion, and second is reason given to the statement. I'll just read the statement for you all. Statement is infrared radiations travel long distance through a dense fog and mist. That's correct. Like infrared radiations can travel a long distance. Why they can travel a long distance in dense fog? Because they have very minimum amount of scattering. I feel that's the reason given to us. They have told the reason is this infrared radiations undergo minimal scattering on the surface or in the surface of the Earth's atmosphere. So I can simply say that the statement both, the assertion and reason, they both are correct. Because infrared radiations can travel a long distance. Reason for traveling long distance is minimum amount of scattering happening on the planet Earth's atmosphere. Students, this kind of questions are expected in your MCQ questions. Like they have already updated, they will be giving you such application-based questions. So there will be one statement and second will be the reason. If statement and reason, they both are related to each other, then your option is both are correct. Sometimes they will be very smart enough. They will give you the statement. The reason which will be given to you will be an incorrect statement for the application. So think it wisely and select your answer. Let us see the next one. That's question number 6. Question says, for a convex lens, the minimum distance between an object and its real image in terms of focal length must be 1.5f, 2.5f, 2f, or 4f. I feel 4f is the correct. Let me prove you why it is correct. Students, they have given us convex lens and we need the distance between the object and the real image. So if you recollect the ray diagram where the object was placed at f1, for that case, the image which we were getting was at 2f2. So like suppose if this is the lens which we have here, convex lens, I have this f1, this is 2f1, this is optical center, this is f2, and this is 2f. Students, if I place my object at 2f1 and if this is parallel ray, the ray after hitting the lens will pass through focus. This ray passing through optical center will meet at a point where I have f. So your image which will be formed will be at 2f2. And this image is your real image. You know how did I got 4f? Distance between the object and this optical center will be my 2f. Distance between the optical center and the image will also be 2f. So 2f plus 2f will give you 4f. They want the distance between the object and its real image. This is the arrangement. This is the setup for C. Let us proceed to the 7th one. 7th question is, two sound waves X and Y have same amplitude. That means they will have same amount of loudness. Same pattern means the quality of the sound is same. But their frequency are 60 Hertz and 120 Hertz respectively. Then we need to figure it out. See students, whenever we are talking about frequency, frequency means this concept is related to pitch. Very easy and simple. If you see the options, I feel they are also given in the same value. First, try to see what is given to us in C and D. Like C option says that X will differ in quality. I feel that's incorrect because they both have same wave pattern. So quality of both the sound waves is same. X is louder than Y. This is also incorrect because they both have same amplitude. So either your option A is correct or option B is correct. Let me show you which is the correct one. I feel option B is the correct one. You know why? Because yes, X has a frequency of 60 hertz. That means its frequency is less. So it is going to be grave sound. Y has a frequency of 120 hertz. So it is going to be shriller. The frequency is more, higher the pitch we have. And high pitch sound waves, we call them as shrill sound. Make sense? Okay. Let's take the eighth one. The eighth question is very simple and easy, like it's a direct answer question. Vibrations produced in the body under the influence of periodic force is called forced vibration. This is a definition which we have for forced vibration. Vibration produced in a body under the influence of periodic force is nothing but called as forced vibrations. Let us take the next one, question number 9. The ninth question is from a chapter called Current Electricity. Let's see what is the question. The question is graph of voltage and current for 4 different materials are shown to us. Voltage means potential difference. So they have plotted current on x-axis and potential difference on y-axis. I have here 4 different materials of wire P, Q, R and S. Now from this 4, I have to use a wire which could be used for making coils of a toaster. Now, when I talk about toaster, students, toaster is that type of electrical device which needs high amount of heating effect of electric current. So your heating effect should be more. Heating effect would be more only if the resistance of that wire is more. So resistance, potential difference and current has a relation. According to Ohm's law, we know that V is equal to I into R. Therefore, R is V upon I. Now here the problem is in this graph, I don't have any numerical value. No need to worry. You need to calculate the slope. Slope when you calculate, if you see the graph very carefully, we can figure out that wire P has more slope. As it has more slope, students, this wire will have more resistance. And if resistance of that wire is more, then that wire is the best wire which could be used for any electrical device which is related to heating effect of electric current. So my option number C is the correct one because this P wire has more slope, which concludes that it has more resistance. Resistance more, it could be better used for heating effect of electric current. This was your 9th question. More 6 to go. The 10th one, the 11th one, and the 12th one, they are completely theoretical based questions. Like based on the definitions, if you read the textbooks very well, the MCQs are going to become much more easier. Let us see the 10th one. The 10th question is, according to the old convention, the color of earth wire, was it black? No. Was it green? Yes. As per the old convention, the color of the earth wire is supposed to be green. Fine. 11th one. Lenz's law is based on the conservation of energy. These are all direct answer questions. It's like you don't have to think much on this thing. Don't waste your time in all these things. You need to be very quick if you have any theoretical question. The 12th one. Now this is very interesting. Like here, majority of them make a mistake. You need to read the options very carefully. Listen to the things carefully. They have told heat capacity of a body is energy needed to melt the body without change in its temperature. No, this is incorrect. Energy needed to raise the temperature of a body by 1 degree Celsius. I feel this is something which is related to heat capacity. You know how did we come to know this thing? Because this is a definition. The definition of heat capacity says it is the amount of energy required to raise the temperature by 1 degree Celsius? If students, this question was specific heat capacity. If the question was specific heat capacity of a body is dash, then this same statement would had some concepts related to mass, because the word specific means it is related to a specific value of mass, which is in terms of kg. Fine. Here I'm only talking about heat capacity, so I don't need anything related to mass. As simple as that. Okay, let us take the 13th one. The 13th question is the amount of heat energy required to melt a given mass of substance at its melting point without its rise in temperature is called. Point 1, the heat energy required to melt. Now when it comes to melting, but obvious solid is going to get converted into liquid. And students, at the same time, there is no rise in temperature, means the temperature is constant. If there is a change of solid to liquid at a constant temperature, that means this is going to be a concept or phenomena related to latent heat of fusion. So your correct option is option number C, latent heat of fusion. I hope this is clear to us. Let's take the next one. Clear to us. It's simple. Fine. Let us take the next one. The 14th one. 14th question is, when a ray of light enters from denser medium to rarer medium. Okay, this is super easy. Denser to rarer, the ray of light should go away from the normal. We have a keyword doctor away. Denser to rarer, away from the normal. But if I try to see my options bending towards the normal, no, this is incorrect. I don't have any option away from the normal. Let's go much into detail. This ray can travel away from the normal if its speed increases. So do I have any option such that? Yes, it's option number B, because ray of light is going from denser to rarer. So when it goes from denser to rarer, its speed, students, is going to increase. That's my option number B. Let's take the last and the final MCQ. The question is, an endoscope uses optical fiber, important keyword, to transmit high resolution images of internal organs without loss of information. Without loss of information, second important keyword. The phenomena of light that works the functioning of the optical fiber is dash. Refraction, not possible. Reflection, again not possible, because I don't need any loss of information. In reflection, we do have some loss of information. Scattering, not possible. Total internal reflection is possible. There are two hints given to us. Hint number 1, optical fiber. Optical fiber, students, is an application related to TIR. This we have it in our textbook. The last application point. They have even told there is no loss of information, which is only possible in TIR. Are we understanding? Read the question well and select your appropriate option. I hope this is clear to us. So this was all about your question number